Good morning, good morning, good morning. Back in here watching TNXP. It's the biggest mover on the day. Let's jump over here to the scans real quick. It's got 15 million shares traded, has a 8 million in the float. So it's almost gone through its whole float one time and it's sitting right there at the 350s. Hasn't been able to push it yet. On the daily chart, it doesn't look great. If we look down here on the daily chart, good morning, Donnell. It's going to be opening up at the 350 up here around all of this resistance. And we'll see what it wants to do. I mean, they did receive a little bit of news on the smallpox and the monkeypox virus platform, the technology that they're working on. But other than that, they have the shares. The shares raised 12% after a buyback program. So they're trying to buy back their shares as well. But they are the number one thing on the scans today. TNXP. Let's look at this buyback plan. Tonix Pharmaceuticals Holding Corp shares were up 12% to 272. So it's way over 272 now. We'll see. Will this news hold up, or will the shorts get real active at that 350 at the open? Because it is quite a grinder off of this 325 here. Okay. So it says, why is Tonix Pharmaceuticals stock soaring? It's got a little bit of news here as well, and they got more news popping in there. Shares are trading higher after company announced a USPTO issued patent to the company titled synthetic chimeric pox viruses. Okay. So we'll see at the open if all of this sentiment is real. Good morning, Lauren. Watching these crazy stocks move again. But TMPX did have a little bit of news. It isn't life-changing news. It's just kind of like good news for their company, basically. Coming on off that 350, 350 becoming that area for it. See, is anything else waking up across the board? Um, Top on volume, BHP in the high floats, SNY only a million shares traded, AMC going downwards, a million shares traded on that. TXMD, it's a little low float. Let's see what this thing is. Closed yesterday 993. I don't think that thing has a wide range though, yeah, but it is a low float. Million shares traded on that. And then our guy TNXP. What's up, GD? So I'll add a TXMD over here and see what they're talking about as well. Let me see what the news is saying at first. Oh, this is an acquisition agreement. Never mind. Not interested. Oil is at the 116s. So it did have quite a bit of a pullback off that 119 level yesterday. I was expecting INDO to make a big move, but this weakness, INDO did not move pretty much at all. I thought I was going to get up to 20, but just couldn't make the run. And then this thing pulled all the way back down to 115s and is now probably going to consolidate in this level. The previous downtrend is about at the 112, so it's got some work to do to push it back down into the downtrend, but definitely took a quite push down off the 120s. NQ, let's check that out real quick. Still right under that little resistance that we saw yesterday, back in this indecision area. SPY still looking the same, hasn't opened yet, but we can pretty much expect the same on that. And Bitcoin. So as of now, top watch is TNXP. Donnell said MULN may continue the trend up. Let me check out MULN. MULN on the 4-hour chart. Yeah, it definitely took a nice little move up from 95 cents up to $1.50. Does it have any news? I see it's well below the 200 moving average on the weekly and the daily. Let me see what about that news though. What are they over there doing? Mullen Automotive skyrockets as solid state polymer battery testing exceeds expectation. Then the call suite came in. Okay. The 200 moving average is up here at $5. It's also got quite a bit of resistance here. Let's see, 419s, 350, possible at, I like that 294, $3 level. Then it's also got some resistance back here. Well, actually, this would be support. 211s and then possibly that 170. So I don't know about MULN. I don't see it on the scans pushing a whole lot of volume, so it's gonna have to compete with even these weak ones that are already up here. Then again, I'm probably not seeing it on the scans because it's not over $2, so that could be it as well. But TNXP is holding that 350. Does not want to let it go, but I think on the open it's going to end up letting it go. Volume has absolutely fallen down. It's almost to one time through its float. It's got 16 million shares traded and it's got an 18 million float. So could be quite spicy today on TNXP. MULN has 10 million shares. What is the float on this thing? I guarantee you it's a high float. Let's see. MULN. NASDAQ fights to stay green. That was 19 hours ago. Mullen Automotive skyrockets. We just saw that news. Despite its low price, there's still big downside risk to Mullen Automotive. Okay. Mullen stock. Mullen announces hiring of Richard Curtis to President of International Operations. Okay. So let's go check these statistics out. Float is 276 million. That thing's gonna be choppy. So if you get in there, you're gonna have to hold through some chop. Don't trade this like it's supposed to open up. It's not gonna open up. It's gonna be a choppy one. Don't have expectations for it to open up. Have expectations for it to grind higher. If it's gonna grind higher. It's at 150 right now though. What's up, Koopa? GTV CEO is supposed to announce a partnership today around 1-ish PST. Nice. Good morning, Lightning Rick. Lauren is watching POW. Good morning, SBGD. Good morning to everybody. Got about 15 minutes to the bell. What's up, Dallas? Biggest mover today is TNXP. I don't know what it's going to do out of the open. It's been looking kind of shady. We can look back over the charts real quick on TNXP. So we see the yearly chart been in a nice little downtrend, came into this flatness, has been flat for 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So has a lot of flatness in there, has been coming on down. But today it's going to be opening up at 345 with a little bit of movement back up there. Came down here and made this double bottom around the 184 level and has jumped up into this little range. These lines were created because I was making lines on the 4 hour, but this is the daily chart where it'll be opening up here. And this is the 4 hour chart here. Got a big little swing up from the 275-ish area down here up to the 350s. Came up here and hit a high of the 362 and is now making its way back down. It is under the 200 moving average on the daily chart and on the weekly chart. So definitely one that I really don't, I'm not sure about it because of the news. They did a share buyback program. And they also got, let me pull that news back up before I say something wrong. Share buyback. They also have issued a patent for synthetic chimeric pox viruses. So they got a little bit of news, but we just gonna have to see. It is gapping up from where it was, but I don't know, man. We're gonna have to see. Oh, and the float on this one is 18 million. So it's traded 17 million shares. So it's almost through its float once. So we'll see what their rotation is looking like. Also, I believe it was Donnell that called out MULN. Yeah, that was at 150. It's got 11 million shares as well. So it's probably gonna be a little bit more grindy. Doesn't really have any like killer news on the day, but we'll see. I'm not gonna trade that one. I mean, I'll keep it up there to see what it does out of the open. The SPY is also sitting at 414. Had its move up off the 386s into the 414 and kind of just having some resting time in here. Good morning, One Life. Yeah, Yeah, One Life says if the CEO is announcing partnership, the news is already baked into the price. So I'd say it's a selling event. Yep. Dallas says MULN is only a scalp play. Yeah, nothing to hold. But keeping my eyes on the scans as well. I see one that's popping up here called HSDT. HSDT up 72%. It's at $2.50. 3 million shares traded. It looks like it's going to have a float under 3 million. So I add that to the watch as well. Just broke over that $2 area, HSDT. And let me look at the news on this one. This is another medical stock announces the launch of patent therapy program or patent or no, what am I saying? Patent patient therapy access program for PONS, up 72% there. So maybe TNXP has a little challenger on today. If the volume can kind of catch up, let me go and check what the float is on HSDT. 3.07 million in the float. Okay. So TNP or whatever this one was, TNXP had that float of 18. We'll see what HSDT wants to do. Again, this one on, let's look over here at the other charts. On the yearly chart, has had quite a bit of a sell-off under the 200 moving average on the weekly. Not looking super great. It is gapping up here to the 235s, which isn't much. It's not a big gap up for this thing. So HSDT may be a little dangerous as well. Let's see if we see anything else popping up here. So let me see what their company does as well. We got about 10 minutes to the bell. Where's your history profile? We got 19 employees based out of United States. All right. A neurotechnology company focuses on developing, licensing, and acquiring non-invasive technologies for the treatment of symptoms caused by neurological disease or trauma. Its product, Portable Neuromodulation Stimulator, PONS, is a non-surgical medical device intended for use as a short-term treatment of gait deficit due to symptoms from multiple sclerosis and balance deficit due to mild to moderate traumatic brain injury, as well as to be used in conjunction with supervised therapeutic exercise. The company is headquartered in Newton, Pennsylvania. Okay. All right. There's a little bit of news on that one. We'll just keep it on watch. $19 is enough in your opinion? Yeah. Let's see. Anything else popping up on these scans? Okay. All right. Well, looks like TMPX got over that 360 by 10 cents. We're going to see who's going to be the one, though. Who's going to win this competition? Battle of the cheap stocks between MULN, HSD. Well, MULN isn't as volatile. It's only up 6%, but HSDT, and TNXP actually gapped up a pretty considerable amount. Good morning, Gary. But yeah, just being patient. Got about 8 minutes to the bell. Those oil stocks continue to fade on down. Fade on down. See if I can identify some areas on HSDT for previous support. Oh, but it has such a gap down here though. Gapped. It was up here at $14, made its way all the way down to 8, and then grinded its way down. So what is the probability that it wants to get back up? This 200 moving average is $7.65. And all they did was they have a therapy access program. It's gonna have to be some major chat rooms pumping that thing to get up. Matter of fact, it's gonna have to be some chat rooms on all of these today. All of them looking strange. In the higher floats, though, we see Apple got 1 million shares traded on it. It is positive. BHP, NIO, SNY. Nothing with any kind of big movement, though. In the mid float range, top mover is AMC. It was down more than this morning. Popped up just a little bit, but already red on the day. Everything else, nothing has really challenged it in volume. Then we got OPA, which was an acquisition there on OPA. TXMD was an acquisition, I'm pretty sure, as well. So yeah, we'll keep our head on the swivel and see what wants to win out of these little low floats. Could be quite a bit of slamming here at the open as well, especially on TNXP with how it struggled around that 350 level for so long. Speculation on the opening range. Dallas was asking Gary, what's your speculation on the opening range breakout of the SPY? 415 there. INDO coming on back down as oil goes up to 117, holding that 117 there. So INDO still very low volume, Hustle still very low volume, and oil is pushing to the 117s now. I don't know, man. The oil stocks aren't acting right. Got about 3 minutes to the bell. I'm gonna start off watching well, let's just start off watching the top volume mover, TNXP, and then we'll move down from there. TNXP, then MULN, then HSDT. Lot of potential plays. This one getting held up at that 250 level. Actually, MULN isn't one that I really want to watch. That was a little bit too choppy. So I'm gonna go with these low floats. What's up, Lori? The one and the only. All right, let's see. INDO. Really thinking. Hmm. All right, so TNXP coming on back to the 350s. All right, we got 40 seconds. It's about to get it. Got quite a bit of a competition going on. All right, markets are coming open, coming alive. Let's see what wants to stay green, or at least hold in these ranges. Okay, going red there. TNXP having a little bit of a pullback to that 350 level. HSDT having a pullback here to this 221 level. INDO had quite a bit of a pop down there as well. Jan was from yesterday. I'm not too interested in Jan. SIGA. All right, HSDT getting some pops there. Has a high of day of the 246 now. So let's draw that as some resistance. 250 level. So what's going to stay green on the day? Hustle is still a little bit green. Let's see what y'all got. Dallas called out AVDL for scalps. AVDL. INDO is looking like it's going to be pushing out of here in a little bit. The oil continues to come up, so bottom of this is the 675. But just not a lot of volume for me. Okay, HSDT, high of day was at 250 level. Bottom here is the 216, coming back green on the day, very small green. I think it can at least try something. Bottom 218s. $216. Okay, things coming back green on the day. The top side of this HSDT is at the 262 for some resistance up there. A lot of pressure right there at that 245 level. Will it get that jump through there? Pulling back a little bit, up 67%. Getting that volume coming on in though. So that will definitely be a watch, especially if it stays green in this area and retest that 245 level. Hussa moving off the bottom. Let me see where INDO is if Hussa is moving up like that. INDO, not a lot of volume there. Okay, INDO should be moving up. There's no way it shouldn't be moving up here. I'm going to play INDO popping around there. Looking for this breakout of the 1750s would be dope. Super dope. But it's on low volume, popping around there. Tested the little trend there at the 1730s. Ah man, that's tempting seeing oil go up like that in INDO low volume. SIGA jumping up as well. Okay, so it did get the test of that level again at this 250 level. Has a bottom of the 216s. $250s trying to get the punch through. Hussa pulling back down a little bit. So we're letting this first couple of minutes play. Okay, INDO should be going up. Oil is literally, what is INDO doing? I don't know. I really do not know at this point. Oil is going up to 118s again. I don't know about that. Very shady right there. INDO all the way down to the 1687s. So I don't like that. I don't know why it pulled down like that. HSDT pulling down as well, making a new low here at the 229. SPY is went up to the 416s, coming back down off those 416s, going back up to it. Might get over, yeah, got over it right there. So yeah, SPY pushing up. SIGA pushed up a little bit. INDO just not looking great. Okay. Trying to see if the shorts can get this thing back under the 228s. Looking like it's having a nice little hold there, though. Bottom side 229. Plenty of volume here. Let's look at the other charts. 15-minute. Continues to struggle right under that 250. The selling on this candle has almost reached the buying candle of the green candle of the last volume. Plus INDO. It's not acting right. SIGA continue to push up. It's going to be a pullback on that one. Okay. So gave this one some time to show its colors a little bit. But continues to bounce off of this bottom of the 228s there. Would like a better formation than that. Us pulling on back down. All right, let me look over here on the scans and see if anything else is competing. Okay, there we are. HSDT looking better now. So I may give it some plays to this 250. Looking for that 250 to hold up there. Got in 100 shares, looking for it to stay above this 215. If it can push this 250, then I'll be a little bit more willing to hold. The bottom of this hour chart is the 216s. Looking for this little pump through this top if possible. 250. Okay. Can we get that push on out of there? Bottom is a 234s. Can we get that break of the 250 there? My break even is a 241. There we go. Can we get that push? 241s. Quick little outlet right there, but Want to see that 250 hold there. Where are those formal buyers? Okay. Big sell-off right there. Break of this 216, I'll go ahead and jump out. We'll see if it can hold in this range above the 216s down here. Plenty of volume. Was definitely expecting it to stay up, but sometimes they don't. Quick little rejection. May have been just a psychological mental play. Don't know. We'll see. $38. Like it still wants to hold up a little bit. Still holding my shares. At this point, 226 is going to become my bottom. I like the way that they're pushing those shorts. 226. Also, I need to keep my eye on where the next level of resistance could be, which is looking like the 310s possible. We'll see. But if it can hold the 250, I'll be moving up to break even for my out. It's green on the day, playing with the trend. Let's see if the trend can feed. Can that 250 get broken? $225, I'll cut it. Okay. So we got this top here at the 262. Can we get a short squeeze through this resistance? 262. And then we got another resistance level up here about the 277. Can we get that 262? And at this point, break even is the out. 41. I'll pop it in there quickly if it doesn't want to go. Okay. Can we get bought up here? Break even. Looking for that push to the 65s. 65s, I'll take some. 65, can we see it? Getting a little, I'm going to take a little bit up here at the 60s. Want to see that 65 come quick. I'll take above the 60s though. 62s, I'm still holding 90 shares, so I'm still okay. 65 is the next point. Little weakness there, taking a little bit more. Not seeing that rush, peeling off my position here. Taking. Okay. Okay, down to 50 shares. Want to see it hold up. Break even is going to become what looks like my out. 245 for those 50 shares. Sell. All right, got out right there. And I look for the next entry, whatever. Thought it could give me more. Did not give me more. Oh well. All right, TNXP. What's the next thing that's green? So that one was a little bit of a bust, whatever. HUSA took a absolute dive back down there. AVDL, SIGA. All right, let me go back up here to let me go and see my scans here real quick. Anything else popping up on the scans that is competing? TNPX apps. So nothing else that's looking good. Let me go and change these to market so we can see the top green movers. Nothing there. TNXP, okay. All right. Well, we'll just be looking at the ones that we got here for new trade opportunities. HSDT just failed off of that level. I took it at the 60 because I saw a little bit of struggle at that flat top. So I was like, this doesn't look great. And I'd rather not be holding through this when I could just this is a cheap stock, so I can re-enter quite easily. AVDL, higher float, not too interesting. Let me see where oil ended up landing. Oil 117.25. Okay, TNXP had a high of day up here at the 369. It's gone down there and touched the 15-minute 9 EMA. Where is your previous level that you may want to be at? HSDT. Not looking so good. Going back towards the body 228 of this previous candle. SIGA with the flat top up here, but the hour chart looks horrible. Don't like that hour chart on that one. The SPY came down here and touched the 414 almost exactly and popped back up 50 cents. TNXP on the hour chart. All of these charts look like it's still got some to go down. 350 is going to be a spot for that one. SIGA. Oh, I already looked at SIGA. SIGA's not looking good. Okay, so at least we have a high of day now on during the intraday of the 265 level that we could watch for HSD DT. Oil, INDO still looking down. One Life, where's Ben? Ben's out of town. He went down to whatchamacallit. He's been that man's been on a farm working, boy. Ben had to put his hands in the dirt. He's down there doing some farming. He gonna come back with dirty nails. Oh, SIGA. You got a flat top there at the 1110. Still green on the day though, so I am watching it. HSDT coming on down. I told him, man, he should come on to Mississippi and let me show him some farming techniques. That boy come back ripped. He had abs on his forehead. All right, so TNXP. glad he got a new job. Well, he may actually come back super country. You never know. That'll be so funny. All right. Well, took a opening trade, took a little scalp off of that one, but as of now, it's just a waiting game to see what else wants to set up now. Okay. Yeah, Dallas wheelbarrow and a shovel, or a nice old fashioned push more and a whole bunch of heels. But have calf muscles like Goku. HSDT going on. Looks like it wants to go red on the day. It can do what it wants to do though. Biggest movers in the large caps or the high floats, NIO, and HPQ and Snap. Mid floats, biggest movers, CRM. It's 183 bucks, but it looks like they got a little bit of news. Up 14%. SIGA over here though continues to act like it's volatile. Man, I would love to scalp this thing again. But gotta wait for that setup. I want to see if it'll go ahead and break down to 225s as a test. 25-cent test. And then come right back up. That'll be dope. SIGA pushed up here again to the flat top. I've seen this move yesterday. It did the same thing. It came up here like 3 times to the flat top and then crashed. So be careful on SIGA. It's doing that same little motion on a smaller range. Okay, there's the dive of HSD. So it's gone red on the day. I can no longer touch that one. But we'll watch SIGA. SIGA diving down there, made his high of day. Also has a nice trend line, so or a nice continuation of his trend line downward, forming these downtrends inside of a big downtrend. Okay, HSDT popping back up here. 218s. This one's got a while to close this. So 229s. On the hour chart though, isn't looking great. Pull back twice there. First high during pre-market was 288s and then 267. It has pushed all the way back. Tried to get into the body of this previous candle under this 228 level. Still red on the day though. It's gonna have to come back green for me. Okay, Siga continued to dive. I guess it's not gonna do the 3 times. Yesterday it did 3. It came up here 1, 2, 3, and then dumped. This one's 1, 2, down. TNXP, I did not see this one coming back through. Up here to the top, this flat top is the 369s. Watching this one. Not for a breakout. I ain't trading no breakouts. Nope. It's only up just a little bit too, so it was red on the day. It's gonna have to hold green. Green on the day for TNXP was yeah, I see that, Dallas. Yup. Double top. Clear. So green on the day, it's got to stay above 349, 350. So it's only 10 cents away from going back red. It's going to have to hold at 350. Siga bouncing back up there. 1085s. But I just don't like that setup at all. On the hour chart, this is what Dallas was calling out. It had a top up here of the 372, came back up to the 369 with a slightly lower high. So we'll see what it wants to do here. Can it hold green? Will it be the one on the day? We have to see a higher low than this 334 or 350 actually. 350 is the red. So I put that down there as support. 348, 350. It needs to hold in this range. If it breaks this down, I'm all out. But I'm looking for a dip. HSD continues to come back green a little bit, but not making huge moves. Oh, and the volumes died on that one. Okay, not interesting anymore. Can we get that dip above the 350? $350-ish. Getting that pump down there. Getting some slight pumps up there, but came down to the 355s. I'm still not convinced. On this 5 minute, we still got a nice little red 15 minutes, so I'm gonna give it some time. On the hour chart, it is green though, pushing towards that 70. But I'm gonna give it got 4 minutes left on this 5 minute candle. I'm gonna give it some time. Gotta hold up that 348. Wow. This one held up. HSDT 219 bottom, 220 just holding in these levels. Still green on the day as well. Okay. Let me take INDO off of here and hustle off of here. I don't even want to see those. I don't care about those. They red on the day anyway. This one continues to hold up there. HSDT, bottom of the 227, going up there and touching VWAP there. First test on VWAP, so I'm gonna let that play. Not going to look to take any trades right there. TNXP, somebody's gonna become the winner on the day. I don't know who it is. Somebody's got to win on the day. TNXP becoming a grinder at that level down there. If this HSDT can form a new low, a higher low up here, maybe around that 250 level, then I'll be interested. But as of now, I can't play that game. There's a little push up there, so if it goes, it'll just have to form a new formation here because I'm not going to take this scalp. Well, look at God. Oh my goodness. That thing cracked out. It was like, nope. Rejection, straight back red on the day. Okay. So we'll watch HSDT. Still green on the day. Bottom here is the 227s on this one. Could I play it for a little bit down here? 227s will be the low. People are going to probably start coming over here because it's still green on the day. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a dip back towards this 227. Maybe it won't give it to us. I don't know. Looking like it's waking up a little bit. I may take a. I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna be patient here, because I don't want to be in with everybody else trying to buy this VWAP break, especially when it just broke that week. I'd rather just let it fail and see if it can hold this 225-ish area, because I believe everybody was looking for that VWAP break there, and so I'm gonna let them get chopped real quick. And then I'll look for the retest of that level of the 241s. Okay. Siga's falling down as well. Wow, Siga really took a little dive there, so that one taking that one off the list. TNXP still on the watch though. Red on the day right now, but you know, it may be a head and shoulders pattern. I don't know. We'll see. But that was a failure of that first one. We'll let it dip down and see if it can hold this 218 level. Support HD, HSDT. Woo, look at that SPY. Baptism by fire. Bruh. SPY is not playing any games out here. Got up to that 416, found some little short pressure up there. Okay, so that was a very weak sell-off there. Bottom of this candle is the 228s. Looking like it's picking up momentum. Let's see if we can break down those 230s. 231s. And if it can hold and retest this level, then I'll be interested. But other than that, I think it's going to be going down. TNXP also doing the same moves. Breaking down the 350s. Let me see. Looking at TNPX to hit 4. Yeah, possibly. I mean, it is in a quite flat range. Or no, this is HSDT. This one is the one you're talking about. Coming on back down. Nice and red on the day. It's going to have to pull a whole green to red or red to green move. I don't like it. Don't like when stocks have to do that. HSDT. So now we will look at what is green on the day. What is good for long positions on the day? Yes, I saw that, Dallas. The SPY just, oh my, I mean, the mental games that are played in the market are, I mean, when you watch them and you just, it's like, oh my goodness, man, these people are geniuses. Dropping the market, picking it up, dropping it, picking it up. It's like a wrestling match. When you least expect it. Because at the beginning, I was like, oh, this thing may be going sideways today. Yeah, not so much. Okay, HSDT. Just gonna have to start getting back to that that test level there of the 244s, but now it's red on the hour chart, so definitely working down under this level of the 230s. Need to see a break back over the 244s. Okay, so let me pop over here to the scans and see what's going on. Oil did come back off of the 117, so INDO, the INDO play, you know, didn't get that volume. Spied back down to the 212s. The NQ yesterday, Dallas called out the 12,600. So again, looking like we wanna retest that here. Where is that 12.6? 12.6. It was like right up in here somewhere. That is looking like it's AVDL is moving higher. You didn't grab it. AVDL. Yeah. A little bit higher float on that one. What was I doing? Get a nice little pull back up off of this 219 level. So it looks better than the other one. I mean, it actually looks like it can actually get back up. We'll see if it can make a higher low than the 213s here. Volume on this one, let's see, is falling. Still getting about right at 1 million shares traded. So questionable, but I don't like this indecision to the downside on the hour chart of HSDT. It's the only thing. Don't like that. SPY continue to take lives. Big downwards movement. That's crazy. Somebody's down here actually buying this SPY up. Somebody at the 412s is buying. They're like, oh, this thing is extended. Let's buy. And they're going to make money. All right, TNXP. Are you going to come back green on the day? HD came back green for just a few seconds. But I think TNXP looks a little bit better though. Indecision here in the new hour candle. Yeah, it looks a little bit better to me. We'll see if it can come on, pull that red to green, man. I can catch a knife with SWN. SWN. What they doing over there? That is a choppy stock. Whew. That's not what we're looking for. That thing, that's a nightmare right there. Can we please just get back green? Oh, what's this one? This one's still holding up. Made that higher low there. So let's see. This 228, I may give it a try. Back up to the 250s. I'm gonna see if it how far it wants to come down though. We have just a slight trend that we can see here. I mean, ever so slight. Is that enough to cause it to pump? I don't know. Okay, TNXP came back green for just a few seconds. So we still trying to wait. This one's a little bit too flat for my liking. It's staying flat for quite a while. I don't know about this one. Okay, TNPX back green on the day. So we'll see if it can hold up that it needs to hold up 351. 351 right here. Has a previous flat top between the 368 and the 365. So like a 3 cent little flat range in there. Okay, so both of these are coming back green. HSDT. I don't like the way the volume has fallen off. I think the volume is going to be a loser on that one. TNXP back red on the day. So now HSDT is the best looking one. $2.14. Could I give you a play here? You're green on the day. Okay. TNXP popping back up, trying to hold that green on the day, struggling. I don't like a struggle at green on the day. That's not what we want to see. And then also HSDT is also looking kind of crazy over here. I mean, it's right there as well. 225 will be the breakdown point. So let me move this up. 225-ish area. So very tight range for this thing to go red. TNXP, very shaky stocks today. Okay, there's a breakdown. Will it get under and hold that 225? If so, main watch will be the TNXP. Has a flat top up here of the 365s. Bottom of this candle, it may be the one. We'll see. See what these lows want to do. So 365 is your high resistance. Let you play as long as you hold green on the. Oh my goodness, both of them are just playing around at this point, but TNXP definitely looks better. Okay, getting on up there, going to that flat top. I want to see a pullback underneath this 360 level. Looks real good. HDT is pulling up as well. Bottom is the 226. Okay, throwing some little wicks up there. I like it. See what this pullback's talking about. Oh, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Okay. So yeah, that's a short squeeze. All right, so it may actually win out then. Let's see what this dip looks like. Yeah, I don't think HSDT is going to be able to compete with that. Waiting for this dip. It's the best looking one on the day now. It has a little bit of a high up here at the 425. Was the previous high over here on TOS daily chart, 425. Hopefully it'll pull back before it gets there. Very low float stock. I was waiting for it to pull that red to green, so we'll see if it can hold that up. Green, back red will be the 350s. It's 30 cents over that. So that will definitely be the all out. Let's see if it gives a setup. Yeah, Gary, you did call that 4. I was waiting for it. I thought it was just gonna slowly pull a little red to green, but boy, that thing blasted through that level. I was like, okay, this is a flat top. Let's see if we see resistance. All those shorts got murdered there. Murdered. This makes me wonder, what is SIGA doing? Because this is a parallel stock. Actually, it's still red on the day, isn't it? Nope. Came up a little bit. Did they get some more news? Tonic CEO Letterman on the pursuit of new monkeypox COVID vaccines. Okay. So yeah, they got a little bit of news. CEOs talking about vaccines in comparison to COVID vaccines or whatever. Okay. They got a little bit of reasoning. And we see SIGA waking up as well, but I really don't like the setup on SIGA. TNPX, you're going to give us that nice dip and stay above this level of the 357. Let's see a nice sell-off here. At least back down here to the 360s is that previous test spot. And that'll be a 10-cent risk on this one. But it may not give it to us. Don't do it yet, man. Don't do it yet. 425 is at top. I really don't want it to get up here. 411s, because it's definitely going to have a big pullback, and I may have to wait like a whole day. Okay. So we're getting a little bit of sell-off. Let's come on back down to these 360s. Come on, buddy. 20 cents away. Okay. 380s. Seeing a little push down there. Not enough. The short squeeze is not over. So, yeah. It's one of those stocks, man. This one's also acting up. Does it want to get up or no? Can it get up there to like the 250s and then fail? I don't know. Still green on the day. And that would be a 10-cent risk here on these shares. I think all of the attention is up here though. Yeah. Too much attention up here. Did touch the 4 up there, so I'm just going to hold my horses on everything. The chances that this one's going to do a move like that is very low. I mean, very low. So we'll see a pullback here on TNXP under this 4. High 399. Almost touched the 4. I believe it's going to get through that 4. I'm just looking for a dip. Let me see what SIGA's out here doing as well. SIGA looking like it wants to do something towards that 11 mark. But still does not look great on the overall charting. Pulling back down. This one threw a wick down there to the 220s. Continues to hold these levels. Wait till it touches. This is the second. This would be that second touch there of the 240s. Finding some resistance there. High of the 238s. Let's see if it'll show red. Yeah, I'm not liking it. All right, back over here. Nice pullback. So yeah, I think we still got a fair competition around here. SIGA, between SIGA, HSDT, and all these other ones. So that's 2 times it tried to get through there. But HSDT does not look good on the hour chart to me. Too much work to do. SIGA trying to get packed down there. What is it? The 1096 that it needs to break through on that 9 EMA. Very low volume. $4 getting hit by TNXP again. Gotta wait for the proper entry though. Not taking top size scalps because this scalp was what, 394 up to the 404. So maybe 10 cents there on that scalp. I just wait. Okay, so now getting the pull back off the top, which is the 404s. That was a nice move from the that was about what, from the green. That was a 40-cent move up there. SPY breaking down the 410s here. Long little move down. Okay. Maybe some keys on this dip. Yeah. 360 is pretty much the spot for it that's going to have to hold up. This one continues to hold as well. Back into this indecision. Can it just get, I wonder, can it just get a pop up to the 240s? That feels like hope though. I don't know. Hopeful thinking. Wishful thinking. I think I need to save my capital for TNXP. Getting a push up there. 237s. Very weak push out to that top. So how many times has it tested? 1, 2, 3, 4 times testing this VWAP and failing. SPY breaking down the 410s, but we saw the 409s there for a little bit. This one continues to try to push out. Just a little bit too flat for my taste. Did get those 41s up there. Come on back to those 360s, buddy. You got a little bit more to pull down. Come on down. Got a little bit of a flat top here, 392 area. We'll see how it handles that as resistance. Will it be harsh rejection or what? Well, slipping through there a little bit of rejection. Not big rejection there at that 392. Well, not big rejection yet, I'll say. A lot of indecision down here on this one as well. Still holding this level of the 225s. I would love to see this thing go red under the 233s and go ahead and break down. Only 2 cents, 3 cents above that previous level of the 392s. Woo, going back up, pushing into that that resistance up there. Okay. So yeah, I think this is going to be the main watch. Got the high of day. It's a little bit off. High of 404, and then this one had a high of 402. May do something sporadic like push out all of them. Hanging real close to this flat top though, the 392. See if it gets that push down under the 95s here. Well, it's another try for that 4 break, which is invalidating any of these trends up here. All right. So this one's just out of range for me. I did not expect a move like that. But if you look at it, these breakouts, what was this? 404 up to the 409s. That was a 5-cent breakout. So it isn't really opening up. It's doing more of just like an expectation breakout. It isn't really opening up like that. So it's going to pull back. HSDT back down to that 224 level. Wonder, can I get a play off of it? Nope. Go ahead and break down, buddy. Looking real weak there towards that bottom. All right, open up a new candle, pushing back up to the highs once again. Yeah, that's dead. That's dead. Dead. I ain't taking no trades on this thing. This thing continues to break out. That's dead. So remember we said the level that it had to reach was right up here in this 411 to the 425s. So there's gonna be some selling pressure up here. Especially if anybody was a bag holder right here. There's definitely gonna be some sellers up here at 425. SPY continues to come down. SIGA getting up there. Back to the 1107s. And this is another little breakout. 410 up to the 419s. So a 9-cent breakout. Trying to get into those 20s, but 25 is going to be like a brick wall. HSDT did go red on the day. Yeah, this thing's got 77 million shares traded on it. There's HDDT going on down because all of the attention is up here on TNXP. As I saw that volume doubling this volume, I'm like, bro, there's no way it's gonna catch up. There's no way. SIGA pushing back up to this flat top again. TNXP now opening up quite a bit. Got to that 425 level where we were expecting some definite. The top of this is 442, which I think it just hit. 430 was where it hit. 442 is the top of this previous level back here. So yeah. I don't know, man. 360 may be out of range for it today. I don't think it's gonna come back to 360. Not with the way they're acting. 6 million shares traded on this 5 million on this 5-minute candle and still pushing. 450s coming up. Oh well, I guess there'll be more opportunities later on. That's crazy. That thing had everybody fooled. I didn't think I didn't think the CEO of their company talking about monkeypox and stuff was gonna push it like that, but boy was I wrong. I'd rather be wrong and green on the day than wrong and red. All right, HSDT again, forming another bottom here. 217s. Red on the day. So that one's pretty much out of my range. And SIGA ripping. I just did not believe in monkeypox today, I guess. But it happens. Yeah, Gary, oh well. Some things are unforeseen. Hindsight trading is something that we will all experience in trading. Got a new high of day there, so yeah, that's not what I want to play with. Let me see what kind of news has popped out on it. No more news. No more news right now. Well, it did reach that 425 level that I was talking about earlier, just without me. It's like, man, that thing has room up to the 425s. I wonder, but never gave me my setup to get to 425, so I didn't take it. SPY at the 410s now, down at the bottom. Mm, mm, mm. This thing may go and touch 5 today. That's crazy. Almost up 100%. Oh, today was an okay day, I guess. Made some lunch money. But the real money is still moving. Yeah, TNXP was monkeypox. Monkeypox, and they're working. They were working on COVID medicines, but then they were one of the first to switch over to monkeypox. And they partnered with Siga. So these two stocks are going to be moving together. Siga and TNXP. Both of these are monkeypox plays, but that's okay. This thing refused to dip. Hit a high of day up there and just now pulling back. This thing's gonna need, I mean, this thing may need a day or so to pull back to some levels that are reasonable to buy. It's at 479 right now. 479 was the high. Yeah, there was some news announced. The CEO of TNXP was having some kind of meeting or talking about the monkeypox and the coronavirus or COVID vaccines, and I mean that made it spike. Just that little news. Let me pull that news up real quick. TNXP exclusive Tonic CEO Seth Letterman on the pursuit of new monkeypox and or COVID vaccines. All right, so Tonic's blah 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 announced. Okay, so New Jersey-based clinical stage biopharmaceutical company announced on Wednesday the issuance of a patent that forms a basis for the company's developmental vaccine against monkeypox and smallpox. According to the company, this patent is expected to provide Tonix with U.S. market exclusivity until 2037, excluding any possible patent term extensions or patent term adjustments. U.S. patent number 11,345,896 was granted to the company for synthetic chimeric pox viruses, which includes claims covering synthetic horsepox virus, the basis for the company's TNX 8011 vaccine in development to protect against monkeypox and smallpox, and for the company's recombinant pox virus RPV platform to protect against other pathogens, including SARS CoV-2. This patent is an important milestone in protecting our expanding pipeline of vaccines that address known and potentially novel pathogens, said Dr. Seth Letterman, CEO of Tonix Pharmaceuticals. With monkeypox becoming more prevalent in North America and Europe, the patent comes to, oh my goodness, what's this word? Serendipitous moment. A serendipitous moment. Benzingo spoke with Letterman about his company's focus on this disease. Okay, so here's some of the questions. For the benefit of those who are new, let me make this a little bit bigger. For the benefits of those who are new to the subject, how serious of a disease is monkeypox? Seth Letterman's answer: monkeypox has been in Africa forever. But when people were being vaccinated against smallpox, they didn't get sick from it effectively. Effectively, they were immune. After the so called eradication of smallpox, then suddenly people started getting infected. When you start getting these cases outside of Africa, I think it is like an iceberg effect, where they say that 9/10 of the iceberg is underwater. In this case, much more than 90% of the monkeypox is in Africa. If you follow this story over the past 10 years, there was a case in England and case in Scotland and then in Israel. And then only 2 years ago, I believe it was in Texas. So it has been getting out. But for it to explode like it's exploding is a new thing. Fortunately, what's coming out of Africa this time is a West African strain that's relatively less lethal and less virulent in humans than the strain that's found in the Congo. This strain has the mortality of less than 1%, and none of the more than 300 cases outside of Africa have died. But the strain in the Congo is estimated to have a 10% lethality associated with it. We're all getting this wake up call with West African strain, but we have to be on the lookout for the other ones. Next question. There was a concern from Europe that this disease could be spread through sexual transmission. Are those concerns justified? He says, I understand that many of the cases in Europe have been linked to, I believe, a gay pride event in Spain, but I don't think it's spread through sexual transmission. I would not consider it as an STD. It's really just skin contact. I think the fact that people were getting it were involved in intimate contact. Next question. Where is your company at this point of time in terms of getting the vaccine for monkeypox? We've been working on this for a long time, but our interest in it really came through smallpox. We haven't worked on a smallpox vaccine for about 10 years, but the path to getting a smallpox vaccine approved in the United States is to vaccinate monkeys. Wait. Let me make sure I read that right. But the path to getting a smallpox vaccine approved in the United States is to vaccinate monkeys and challenge them with a lethal dose of monkeypox. Because it's obviously unethical to challenge humans with one of these viruses. So the monkeypox is the accepted model. We reported results as of such an experiment in January 2020, and it's easy for me to remember the venue under which we reported, the American Society of Microbiology Biothreats Conference. And at the conference, Dr. Anthony Fauci was the plenary speaker, and he walked in and said, I was going to talk about Zika, about Ebola, but I tore up that speech, and now I'm going to talk about a new coronavirus. Like the rest of the world, we focused for the past 2 years pretty heavily on COVID vaccines and have been as actively pursuing smallpox and monkeypox. Okay, next question. Are you looking strictly for U.S. approval on the monkeypox vaccine, or are you taking it to other regions? He says we will take it all over the world, but the U.S. is a good place to start because it has a reputation of being among the highest standards of approval. But we definitely think that this is a global product. One of the aspects of our vaccine technology that we think is a potential improvement over other vaccines out there is that ours is a live virus vaccine. And live virus vaccines have a number of appealing properties. One is durable protection for years. And the other is that at scale, it should be possible to manufacture and deploy to large groups of people economically. Next question. What kind of timeline are you looking at for approval? After all, outside of the pandemic, outside of the pandemics, the FDA isn't particularly famous for speedy approval process. Okay, let's skip that question. Let's see what else we got. And since you mentioned Dr. Fauci earlier, where's Tonix today with this COVID vaccine? We don't care. What kind of timeline are you looking at for this endeavor? Okay, so that's the end of it. You can read the rest. My mouth started to dry out. Let me get a sip of water. All right, so let's see what the chats are saying because I wasn't looking over at the chats. And let's get this down. Okay, so TMPA's monkeypox. Okay, sounds like a patent for making zombies. Yeah, that's that live virus they about to put in y'all. Um, okay, remember vocabulary words. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, there's a little bit of news, a little bit more reading into it. Since the strain that they're dealing with now is the less lethal one, I really want to see their test based on the like what he was saying with the test on the monkeys with the Congo strain. That's what I want to see. This one that we're currently dealing with, it's like, okay, well, you find a cure for this one, and then the Congo strain comes and absolutely kicks the door down. Doesn't really matter. But we are seeing a little bit of a, well, SIGA, both of these are going to have to dip quite a bit. Found a little top up there, and I was just killing time reading that because I already knew this was going to take some time to get down. But this thing's going to have to pull back a little bit more and find some support somewhere. At this point, previous support was all the way down here at the 325s based on the hour chart. So let me look at the 4-hour chart as well. 4-hour chart, previous support, yeah, just about had a little bit of support here at the 350. So I add, add that drawing, 350. And then previous support at the 325s as well. Okay. So 325, 350 level. I'm just going to be watching this one. Definitely keeping on watch. TNXP and SIGA. They're in partnership, which is why they're moving together. But yeah, wait for new entries. Be patient. And yeah, I don't really see anything else over here on the scans. I see that oil got on back down there to the 116s there. Another pullback day on oil, 119 down to the 115, and then 117 almost back down to the 115. So looking a little bit bearish on oil. Let's look at these other scans. Yeah. So Thursday and Friday of this week, I am not going to be streaming. I have to take care of somebody after a medical procedure, so I will not be streaming Thursday and Friday. I may look to take trades if I have time and just post it in the Discord, but I don't even know if I'm gonna have time for real. So I may just leave the markets alone completely, and I don't want to come into the markets with a, a shifted mindset either. But yeah, that was today's episode of Watching the Market Kill People. Hopefully all of you people that love all this dark content enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that like button. We do have a Discord. The link was in the chats. It'll be in the description as well. If you're over there on Twitch, it's in the about page. Or you can find it in the panels. But yeah, today was quite a day to watch the markets work. But yeah, appreciate you guys for everything that you have contributed. Sometimes we're right in the market, sometimes we're wrong. And on this one, TNXP, I promise you, I did not expect that today. For it to just go up like that. And if you look at the overall movement from 325 up to the 435s, it only moved $1. So it's not like a killer move, but there was definitely opportunity there. But yeah, that's it for me today. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to shut this thing down and go make some money doing something else. Yeah. And as always, I will you missed TNXP though? Yeah, we missed it. And as always, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.